Right, first of all, thank you for coming. Notice is hereby given that the 19th meeting of the Trustees of the Old People's Centre, Fitzwilliam, will be held in the main hall in the Old People's Centre, Fitzwilliam, commencing 7 p.m. on Thursday, 14th November, for the purpose of transacting the following business. Obviously, the meeting is open to press and public. One, apologies. Any apologies?
Yeah, Paul Stevens, Becca Rushmer and Gary Kendall.
Right.
Hey.
And
declarations of interest other than what councillors or trustees have already got on the thing? No? Right, before we go any further, good news, or I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but all user groups, as from tomorrow, the keys what we've been allocated are now obsolete. There's going to be a new lock put on, and there's going to be a key lock on the wall, I believe. So is that, I think
that's right, yeah.
Will it be code?
Be a code.
Be a code on. But obviously the keys in the key box, they are not yours. They're the centre's. So every time you lock up, it's got to go back in there. You're not allowed to take it home or anything like that. Okay?
And that's from tomorrow?
That's from tomorrow, yeah.
Have all the users been given the code? I presume to get the key box?
Users have been notified, Chair, but they haven't been given the code yet because we don't have it yet.
It's not going to go out tomorrow, anyway.
Okay.
Right. Item 3, minutes of the previous meeting.
These haven't been circulated yet, Chair, I'm afraid.
Right.
I'll get these circulated as soon as possible.
So we've emailed out, yeah?
No doubt.
So they'll come retrospectively. Can we ask in future, but they are here. We haven't been asking every meeting since January. Right, item 4, a finance update to trustees. Again, the clerk has got all the documentation, so I'll read it out tonight. And then anybody wants any questions, ask questions on it.
Yeah, Chair, thanks. It's a quarterly income and expenditure. There hasn't been any income in the quarter from July to September 2024, and there's been a total of £2,153 in expenditure. It's broken down here.
Can you read out what that expenditure is for them?
Yeah, I can, yeah. So £260 on hygiene services, £121 on electricity, £430 on gas, £15 on building repairs, £497 on water, £800 on the youth club, and £30 on catering equipment.
So youth club, £800, what was that for?
It was the monthly fee.
Is that just for this one? Is that just for the Fitzwilliam
Just for the
Centre?
Fitzwilliam Centre, yeah.
Was that the old?
Yes, the old, yeah.
But that'll be coming off, has that youth club now finished?
Yes.
Right, so that's the public last payment then, isn't it? And so we've paid £800 for the youth club, but obviously they haven't paid anything for the room. They haven't brought anything in.
No.
Right. That's bad management of that, isn't it?
It's a community. Okay.
Right.
Will we Jason taking over, will he be getting paid to replace that your club or?
It's a slightly different setup with that.
But that's been agreed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you don't need staff out here.
When Jason doing it,
We have 3 members of staff plus myself up here on a Friday, and on a Monday we're pretty much the same as 4 members of staff down here as well. We make sure that we've got 1 member of staff to every 6 kids in the park.
Right.
But because the website's currently not working, we can't monitor who's coming in or who's not coming in a minute. So we're just paying for 4 members of staff to be there just in case.
So you're paying out for staff?
We're paying out for staff. I asked, Chair.
Yeah.
What's the response? How many kids are you getting in? At the minute it's varying between 10 and 20, and that's about it. This site was quite hectic on Friday. Tomorrow the 2nd. That's good.
Some good feedback from Emerson's one. Friend of mine said their lad loved it.
Brilliant. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Can I ask, Jeff, please?
Yeah.
Have your staff, Jason, got safeguarding and the FAW?
All staff have got first aid, and all staff have got safeguarding, and all staff have DPS.
Right. What about publicity, Jason? Do you do your own?
Sorry?
Publicity. You do it yourself?
Both. Harriet's just done some really good posters for me.
Right.
One up at Emsford minute, and then there's one plan to come down here tomorrow to put people up down here.
Is it on the English Town Council webpage, Andrew, you know?
I can't tell you.
I think it's on Facebook.
It's on the Facebook one.
Yeah.
Then
Very
again,
used
Mike,
to
yeah.
it, will be, yeah.
then again, if council do advertise, you might get inundated with kids, mightn't you? Have you?
Yeah.
So just
Like I
probably
said,
look
it's
at it,
all the
yeah.
time because our website is still not fully complete. We can't monitor who's coming and who's not in it. But as soon as that website's up, we'll be able. It'll be on a membership basis. So basically, we'll know how many kids are walking through the door.
Yeah.
It's word of mouth, so maybe going to two schools
Yeah.
and letting them know.
So basically, you like it leaving as it is, wouldn't you? Basically, you just like it leaving as it is, yes?
Yeah.
Any problems? Because I know you've done, is it 4 now you've done?
Tomorrow there's 4. We've got no problem.
No problem, yeah.
As far as I'm aware, we've left everything as we should have left it. After
Right.
the commission is approved. I believe Royal Stars for orders is Saturday.
Yeah, no problem at all.
I've had no complaints from others of me.
Hold on.
Well, you've got the weapons anyway.
Yeah. Show them what's in there.
Thank you. See you then, Andrew.
Bank statement.
Oh, bank statement here.
Yeah, there hasn't been any movement on the bank since last time. Bank balance of £6,783.74. Statement there if anyone wants to.
So the 6k in, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you expecting anything to come out?
Nothing comes directly from the Trust's bank account.
Right.
It's paid initially by the council.
Right. So that 6k in, is that what the council put in?
That's
is
come
that
from,
what's been last year?
it's come from various sources.
Right.
It's just money that's in the Trust's bank account.
Right. Any questions on that then? It's open to the floor. Any questions whatsoever?
Can I just ask, Chair, regarding if you're arranging anything like an Easter fair,
Yeah.
or Christmas do or something like that, that can be decided here, doesn't it? Between
Yeah.
the
It should be, yeah. The trustees, yeah.
right. It doesn't need to go to members of the council.
Can I
Is
just
that correct?
come in there, Chair? It
Yeah.
depends on what it's doing. If it's using council staff and resources, then yes, it has to go to council.
Right.
So if council staff have to come down, it's a council staff resource, so it has to go to
I'd just like to add, the autumn fair was run by the trustees, not the council.
Right.
I'm not saying it was, I'm just saying if it's done by council staff,
If it's got council staff coming down.
then we have to do council, yeah.
Same as we've got plans for Christmas as well. Again, it's not going to involve any council staff or any costs.
It's working with staff, so the Halloween and autumn one, it was talking to Harriet and saying to Harriet what we're planning,
Yeah.
and we sort it all. So there were no staff, there's no staff coming down
Or costs.
or no cost.
That's fine.
There's no staff involved.
No.
Just using their expertise from the
Yeah.
council. Yeah.
Sorry, Claire, on the financial agreements then, do we know what the financial agreement is with the charity? Because I know the trust have got one with every town council, but obviously, does that mean is that in contradiction to what charity expect?
Not that I'm aware, Chair, no. I think this might be, should it be approved, I think in the next item, want to defer to the advisory group.
Yeah. Like some of these could be consequentially sorted by the next few items.
Yeah.
Right. Any more on the finance before we move then?
What are we looking at by January, is that as payment? That's final payment thing. It's usually about 7,000, isn't it? For a year to run it.
It varies, yeah. It's, on average, yeah, around 7,000 or 8,000.
And in Emsworth Town Council still helping to pay that?
That's up to the council, but it's agreement between the council and the trust.
Can I just ask them, Clerk, just say a builder's coming in January for 7k, the council will pay that in that 6k, say, trustees bank account, yeah?
Well, yeah, it'd be up to the council to recharge.
But HCC put a certain amount in every year, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you know when it goes in, roughly?
I think we made aside 7,500.
I've got 8,000 in my head.
Yeah, but yeah.
I've got 8,000 in my head, yeah.
We've been told we cannot raise any money here. The charity's website says different. You can make money.
Yeah.
You've got to make money to keep this going. You
Yeah.
can't rely on them of town council all the time.
Yeah.
They're subsidising, so yeah.
If I can come in, Chair,
Yeah.
I think it was a previous council resolution
Yeah.
that they sent to not be charged. I believe, I'm not sure the exact resolution, it was before my time. But yeah, no, there's certainly no legal reason why the trust couldn't make money.
That resolution can be changed, also.
Oh, God.
At AGM, yeah.
Of course.
Can I come in, Chair?
Yep.
Can we, instead of saying, making money, say you're making a surplus. So I used to work for a charity, we could make a surplus, but we couldn't make a profit.
No, we can't make a profit, but
I think it's one of those things where I get the words mixed up.
It's the terminology.
Yeah. I'm not ready with my words, but I want
No, I live in
I think Carol's trying to get it to be more self-sufficient instead of actually relying on HTC.
Yeah.
So making a surplus
Yeah.
To pay for it.
to pay for things, yeah.
By the way, I'd just like to add, before rumours go around, it was on Facebook, there's no way me and Carol are wanting to charge groups. No way whatsoever, because that got spread around last year. We're not going to start, right, you haven't paid now for 3 years, you're going to start paying. No way are we doing that. We're talking about raising money like the autumn fair to keep it, so we don't have to keep recapping onto HTC. Basically, that's what we say. So we're not, we're not looking to charge groups. Just raise money, basically. But it's a fantastic building.
Can I ask, Chair, is it still the same rules that used to apply? That if it was a birthday party for a local person, you didn't charge?
There is a charge.
But if it was someone out of the villages, you could
The charity rules, if I'm wrong, Andrew, please, you can't charge the community groups. They get
Right.
they get this place for 3 hours a week,
Yeah.
free of charge. Anything over 3 hours, then they have to pay. Is it £15?
Something
Per
like
hour?
that, yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, there's
So for an example, Derek, I'm going to use you. So if you come in on a Monday and you've got 9 mile 12, and then you come to Ends of the Town Council and say, we need it by 3 o'clock today, then you'll be charged for 3 hours, because it's of a specific 3 hours what you're entitled to.
I just won't tell them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just saying
The
that-
community gets it at half price.
Yep, so
So community-
there's a charge if you
I think it's
want all the birthday party,
Yeah.
there is a charge.
Right.
if you're out at community, then you're paying the proper price.
Yes, it's available to anybody out in the community, isn't it?
I think it's
If
£10
it's
if you're
available.
in community. So if you're having a birthday party, it's yeah.
I think so.
So it must be £20 an hour to rent it out for a birthday party.
How
If it's
long's it
10 for
been
them.
that?
Years. We looked at this last
as long as
year.
I've been here.
Yeah,
Really?
we looked at it last year. I'll send you that. Did I give you that thing? What make a thing in it?
It's something we won't refer into the advisory group, get up and running, they're going to report that then.
Yeah.
It's just same as last year, myself and Cal were looking at what other ways could we utilise this place. And unfortunately, someone died, passed away in Kinsley, right? They were a big family, but the older end of the family didn't want to wake in pubs because they didn't, so they asked Carol, could we use this place? And Carol said, yeah, no problem. And Carol actually paid for the room. And they had the wake here, and actually over the bull, weren't they, Carol?
Yeah.
And I came up to lock up, and oh, thank you for that. It's been fantastic. If we hadn't had to go to the pub, there'd been no trouble. But, that was just another revenue stream what we could have looked at. But again, there were adverse publicity against it, and I'm sure you don't know why who, Said the place was absolutely left in a mess. I'm telling you now, it was spotless. You could have ate your dinner off here. It was spotless. But that went really well. So, you know, that's another avenue we could have looked down. And I'm right, I think I'm right, you say, did you pay for the council?
I do. It won't just me, but other councillors from Kingsley, because we know the family.
Yeah. You know, like birthday parties and wedding reception, all like that. You know, we don't want alcohol. Especially that bit of ground outside, got kids can run around there. But it's just something we were looking at, not to make money, just to help make self-sufficient basically.
Yeah,
Like a surplus, yeah.
surplus.
Any more on the state finance then?
No.
Right. Item 5, to approve terms of reference for the events working group. Right. So this working group is a basic one. We're going to just have a generic terms of reference, and we're going to the events group then to set up terms of themselves. But basically, it's going to be the membership will be councillors, staff, and public by show of interest. And when we put councillors, obviously we mean trustees, because trustees have to come down here not as councillors but as trustees. Staff, obviously, staff will have to be involved, and public by show of interest. Now, the reason public is because this place is run, believe it or not, and maintained, apart from members of town council, by members of the public. We're always down here doing things. Okay, so that's what that is for. Duration obviously going to be 12 months. Convening may be convened by the clerk or a majority of members as required. And the remit to discuss possible events at the Fitzwilliam Centre and make suggestions to the trust. Again, to the trust, not to the council. So we'll come to the trust and we'll say, okay, that's a good event, that's a good idea, we'll try that. Events already in the pipeline, right? The first one.
Can I just ask,
yeah, go on, Carol, sorry.
You've not mentioned users, the user groups.
Yeah, councillors, not staff, public, and user groups. Yeah, obviously user groups.
Why you didn't say user groups?
Chair, if I may, I think public would include users.
Yeah. Welcome to the group.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it's all fine, totally fine, but again, if we're using staff to do things or it's involving staff hours, then it needs to come to council to be approved.
My understanding on this is the event panel, same as Emsworth Town Council will meet in January, put a list up of what we've to involve Harriet. So Harriet will be coming down to these meetings, or whoever comes down to the meetings, and we'll put to Harriet what we're planning to do. But all events will be run by trustees. So there's no work for Emsworth Town Council to do. We want to make this centre not having to depend on Emsworth Town Council, if you know what I mean.
Can I just make a suggestion, Chair? I don't think there's any suggestion that such a phone call to the office would need approval from council. I think it's just staff.
Staff, yeah.
Staff,
Yeah.
physical staff side. If there's going to be any sort
staff coming down to
staff
set
work,
things up.
you know.
Yeah, not my phone calls and coming out, and that's different.
So if we'd had an events meeting and I went up to see, or Chair and Vice Chair went up to see Harriet and said this is what we've got planned, that'd be okay?
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Most events are going to be done by people using this anyway. You don't have to much stuff down.
Yeah, but you still have to go through Harriet to book the rooms and that stuff, so yeah, that's fine.
Can I just say something? We've got that event planned and before Christmas.
Yes, that's right, yeah, we're going to go.
So I'd like to be on this event panel if I can. But everything that we've been doing, me and Carol, up here, we have been running it all through Harriet.
Yeah.
I've been going up there often and speaking with Harriet.
That's right, yeah.
It has, every single thing that we've done up here has gone well.
That's right to run it through
Yeah.
always. I do.
Yeah.
Right. Carol, you've got an event panel, yeah?
We're doing an events panel. This is what this is for, to set the events panel up.
Yeah.
A lot of events are already pre-booked. Derek, you have one or two a year.
Yeah.
And it's all working together. You might want an event, Jason, for your club and that. So if you come to want an events panel, and then we can set a rota out. It's all working together because The autumn fair, a success, your remembrance service, a success, the Halloween, it's all coming together, yeah.
It's a success. I came up on Friday, I brought our it were absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Brilliant.
And that's what we need, you know, people saying, word of mouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just one thing, I'm just conscious of actually mentioning Harriet. Are we okay with that? She's a member of staff. She's a member of staff. I think she would be okay with it, but I'm just conscious that we shouldn't mention staff's names.
No.
I think where the confusion comes here, Ian, no disrespect to Robbie, you said to I was the deputy chair, deputy clerk, after people say, oh, the FNL's that, So, you know, that's the only problem with that. But just on the events.
Personally, I don't think it's a problem. I know that we've been pulled up for it in the past.
The difference being that this isn't a council meeting, this is trustees meeting.
Right, the first event then, I might as well inform you now, is actually going to be on the 4th of December. And that is, we're going to trim this up for Christmas. Now traditionally, decorations go up on the 4th Sunday before Christmas Day. The 4th Sunday on Christmas Day drops on the 1st of December, so the 4th, you know, it drops on our coffee morning. Now what happened last year, I rang the standing deputy clerk, careful not to mention Harriet's name, right? About trimming up in here, right? And the exact words to me were, no Kevin, every user group has its own area and we trim the own area up. So what actually happened on the next coffee morning in our area, just trim this little part up here. And you walk through the building, look pathetic, one little corner done. But HTC, in their infinite wisdom, had some events already set up. And one were down here, a Santa's Grotto. And I said to him, I said, look, I do Wednesday mornings and coffee morning. No way can I be involved. I don't want to be involved. I've got rehab and all that. Obviously, I'm disabled. I'm not coming up. Fair enough, we'll get somebody to do it. That person, I'm going to do it. Right? And obviously, got a family commitment. So it went wrong. A member of the family got ill. So that Wednesday morning, before I set up here, I got an email. You'll have to take over the Wednesday thing because I can't make it. I've got to go to the hospital. I've got a member ill. So the first thing I did, I come up here and I said to my coffee morning group, look at the state of this. We've got to have a Santa's Grotto tonight. Within 15 minutes, the entire place was decorated, right? And they all said to me, if we'd have had more time, it would have been 10 times better. So we're doing it early this year. But obviously, we need those. If we are having a Santa's Grotto again, haven't we, Andrew? I think that's it.
Yes, right.
And we've got loads of donations. We've gone and we've got loads of donations. So it won't cost Emsworth Town Council a penny because we've got.
Can I just say it will cost Emsworth it will cost Emsworth Town Council some money, Andrew, because we're going to ask you if you can donate some selection boxes
presents obviously, but decoration wise it won't cost a penny.
So I don't know, there's been no information what's going on for Emsworth yet by Christmas. So there's nothing being said what's going on for Emsworth for Christmas. I know we've got the fair coming up.
Fair on it's the 30th.
Yeah. But like last year, like we said.
But the trust need to know when the Santa's Grotto down here is.
So like last year, councillors all got dressed up and handed a selection box out. So
I believe Andrew, there is the Christmas party at the lakeside.
There's a Christmas party at the lakeside, yeah. There's a switch on in Hemsworth.
Yeah,
do you know when the lakeside party is?
Not from memory.
Have you looked into that one? Because last year we went down to Water Park, me and Ian and Ernie, to hand selection boxes out. You did Emsworth, then we went down to Water Park and then we come up here, didn't we? We did all 3 villages.
We did,
At the Water Park, when we were there for 3 hours, and no word of a lie, we had 10-15 people come for selection boxes.
Yeah, it's hard to wait, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a last minute thing.
Yeah.
Last time.
We couldn't do a float. And the manager's idea was to trim up the tractor and go around the streets, but unfortunately that wouldn't have been insured.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done that. So we made arrangements to do selection handout at the community centre, one at the park, and there was one up here.
Yeah, that's right.
All within about a week or something
Yeah,
like that. It was pretty last minute. I think we're a bit more organised this year.
Yeah,
I think it is. To be fair, what we did, we realised the timing and we said that's wrong. That's up earlier, meant longer hours for us, but we'll catch the school kids as they're coming back.
Yeah.
We got loads in, didn't we?
We were overrun, weren't we?
Loads.
And
It was just in and out, in and out.
sorry, but same again this year, it didn't cost HCC nothing on it, because no staff came down, and after we did it all ourselves.
We did, we had eight is a
Well,
contact.
Eddie, yeah,
He stayed for quite
but
some
he's a
time.
councillor though, he's not
Yeah.
a member of the staff.
I think
Not paid
it's
staff.
working with Ems of Town Councillors. We are councillors, but we're trustees, and it's merging them both together.
It's working, we were
Yeah.
on about it all
Yeah,
day.
it's merging them both together, so
Yeah,
it's like,
everybody
yeah,
together.
it's that Halloween thing, what we did up here, Ems of Town said, we've got decorations down here, do you want them? And it's vice versa, so when we finished with ours, then we can, it's all depending on days, so it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we had loads of selection boxes. Who was Santa?
Sorry?
It was early last year.
Yeah, ain't doing it this year.
I mean,
We've been sacked.
And we
The
had
only first Santa to get me sacked.
Sack myself.
I will just point out regarding that, we were a bit naughty last year because we
Yes,
were
you
handing them
were.
out on the roadside.
Which
So
is,
we won't be doing that again.
which is illegal.
Yeah, and we know that, Ernie, that
Well,
it won't happen again. But
Police pulled up and just waved them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Vicky-
you learn about your mistakes.
Yeah.
At the end of the
We
day,
had,
do that
to, we
again.
had to give these selection boxes out because, as you said, the party,
yeah,
how many turned up there?
there wasn't very
The
many.
children were in the staff.
Because it was
And
short
it was
notice.
like,
To be fair about that, there was actually a fallout because all we wanted to do it, and I said, there's no way that we're on Wakefield Road, stopping kids
Yeah.
going fast on
Yeah.
bikes, and in selection box there. So that caused a bit of rumpus, but luckily Ernie backed me up and that didn't happen.
at end of the day, what they did last year up Emsworth, although Vicky said there were 2 policemen there and the waved, right, fair
Right,
enough.
brilliant.
There's different policemen, whatever.
Yeah,
It is illegal to do what they did last year.
Yeah.
And selection boxes out at the roadside. You'll get some policemen that'll come up and just do it and pull you for it. It's at the end of the day, it's illegal.
we just
Yes,
had to do something.
Yeah.
I know, you did something out of ordinary, but at the end of the day, yeah, and I'm not saying
Sorry.
at the end of the day, yes.
Sean?
So, I mean, Andrew, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the agreement was this year just to do Emsworth Water Park because it is central to the full area. It's as far from there as it is from top of Emsworth.
Yeah,
It's
so-
nearer to Kingston than anywhere. So I think the plan was to do that regarding like tractors. There's no way we can do tractors.
No,
That's
we
all
can't.
we do. I know they'll think saying let's give them to the schools. We can't do that because that's more dangerous to put them out on the road.
Thing is with
Yeah.
Water Park, and I speak on behalf of Kingsley and Fitzwilliam. The events at the water park in winter and the footfall that goes through it's non-existent.
Cold,
It's same as the march on Sunday, Sean. I did a speech and I says there's free drinks and biscuits at Emsworth Water Park Lakeside. You've got the liquid spirit, you've got the ping, you've got, and I mentioned all the pubs. And after the 200
Halloween.
people,
What would Halloween like
Yeah.
to see?
Brilliant.
about out of the
Brilliant.
200
Yeah,
people that
I
did
took
that
it,
march,
it's
they didn't walk down.
First day, the Saturday, over 200 in groups. On the Sunday, because it was dark earlier, even better, the car park full.
Yeah.
So, if there's something different on, because they've never had that before down there, and that were done, and we were working all Saturday to try and get it sorted. The staff were amazing getting it done. I went down to one, but literally there were like 200 people there, and the kids were going in the disco. I don't know if yours went.
We went in, we went for food, we bought
Yeah.
food.
Sorry,
Because
Linda, sorry, go on,
they were
Linda.
open.
We just
Yeah, go on, Linda.
Well, I think for me it was because people say what HTC it does and what down here, so
It is trustees because we're asking for ends of town council to donate selection boxes to this village. Yeah.
But can I just ask? When you finish. Yeah. Can I just ask, Andrew? You know, when you got selection boxes, you know, because there's so many kids that's gluten free as well. Could you have an alternative as well for them?
Have a look into it.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's just a teddy or a book or something like that, so that they can choose.
Good point, yeah. I brought that up last year actually, because I've asked the schools, you know, when we give these out, is there any children not allowed to eat chocolate? We're not anything we need to know.
There's so many kids nowadays that have allergies.
This is why ends of town council stopped donating selection boxes to the schools and we got a grant. So doing it publicly like we have done.
Or even a big
The parents come in and they'll know if they're allergic to chocolate, so they'll turn around and say no.
Okay, just on the events again then, obviously I'm not jumping on here, every town council are well aware of this. On the 17th, we have the schools coming in and doing a concert here. I've requested the stage, obviously so that will include staff's going to come down and put it up, but they're going to get on stage. And also a brass band on 18th day after, but that's a separate issue. But on the 17th, that is definitely booked and that's definitely going ahead. Now what we need for that, I think there's 15 kids coming, so I've requested, can I have them selection boxes for the 17th to get out to the kids who come in?
But have you checked to make sure that they can have?
Well, I've said to the headmistress, are we allowed to? She went, yes, give them me. I said, are you sure? Because obviously we're not going to take responsibility. And just on that then, we need to know, Andrew, as soon as possible, when the Santa's Grotto is down here, simply because, I mean, this year it'll be even bigger, because we've got Jason here, he could inform his youth club.
Yeah, I'll find out soon.
We were looking at 6 days, but looking at dates what you plugged in, we're going to have to rethink our date. We'll work with Emsworth Town Council for what's going off at Emsworth, and then day after we'll have to push it in. So you've got one event at one area, and other event at other.
Yeah. For the minutes then, Chair, are these terms of reference approved?
Yeah, are these approved? I'll propose that we set this events committee up on these terms of references, yeah?
Yeah.
Can we have a seconder?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Ernie. All for? Any against? No abstentions, no. I think that's passed then. So, obviously this events group then, I'd like you to look at something a bit contentious this. And I'd make this one of mine, a brass band, simply to play old traditional carols for the old folks over there. Now, I've run this past the town council, and to be honest with you, I'm not going to cause trouble, I'm not happy with their response. They've said to me, we've tried it before, Kevin, and it didn't work. That's why I said, right, I'll tell you what, Man United played Liverpool last evening, lost 7-0. So we tell them they're not going to play them this year. Just because it failed in the past, doesn't mean it's going to fail again.
Can I come in there, Chair?
No, just let me finish. And they've also said they had more band members than they did people come through the door. But that's irrelevant. I've got guaranteed 15 definitely coming, and there's 14 band members. So we beat that. And that's without advertising from the old folk. But I did put it on our Facebook page as a poll, and it was 100% in favour of doing it. Now, all the guys on here who live on here, people don't realise I've been born and bred in this village, I know every one of them. And I've asked them all, they said, oh, I've never complained about a brass band, I've never known one. And I've asked the council now for 2 weeks, can you show me evidence of when you've had a brass band for Christmas down here? Because I certainly can't remember one. Simply not to cause trouble, just to say, right, if this is how it was advertised, let's advertise it another way. Let's see why it failed. And one of the things was, this place is no good for acoustic, right? I'm not going to argue with anybody who said that, I can't mention his name, but I said, no, you're wrong there anyway. So I'm not going to argue with it, I'll get the band leader down. The band leader's been down twice, he actually came down yesterday, no. The place is ideal. And he's even asked if we could use it to practice in. And I said, well, for me you could, but obviously you've got to go to HCC, but they've said they're not going to have a brass band, so again, that could be another usage, got upgrade. So, you know, if this events panel does kick off, I'd like them to have a look at that. Like I said, there's 15 guaranteed coming in, but not, again, it's not going to cost the town council a penny, because Shelton's are actually going to sponsor it like they did last year. They're bringing mince pies and Christmas savouries. So the old people come in, what the place was built for originally, they sit there, watch a brass band, they get a free cup of tea, a free mince pie and a free, and again, not cost council a penny. And I know for a fact, members of my coffee morning will run that event. We actually have it out, so, you know, we don't need the staff here. I'm not saying we don't need them here, but we can, you know, we're not going to drag staff away from their duties because we can handle it ourselves. But,
So Chair, so because you said staff are being used, then you need to put it to council for the use of the staff.
as I said, staff won't be used, we can do it ourselves.
Yeah, that's fine, but it needs to go to council. You want that ban?
It don't have to go to council.
It's just on the terms, it's just said.
It's not used,
If-
as Andrew said,
If staff
if we
are going
use
to
it,
be,
staff.
if staff are going to be used, then it'll go to council.
Yes.
If staff are not going to be
I'm not about a
used,
phone call here, I'm not about
it
chat.
won't. If staff are not going to be used, it will no need to go to council.
If you're paying for yourselves, then I don't see how it does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, correct.
It's just keeping the council.
Sorry, Vicky, yeah?
Sorry.
So I am on the Emsworth events panel.
Yeah.
And
I
we've
am.
got to, me and you were there. And they gave us a rundown of what had happened previously, of how many tickets had been sold for here, for the brass band, and for the bingo that was on as well. And they actually took the people, there were 3 people I think for bingo,
8.
and were it 8 for
8 for
bingo,
bingo.
and 3 for the band?
There was 18 for the band, but the band was also a letter of complaint because they have to store all their cases outside. And there is a letter where the band members have said it's not suitable. But if you can get them to come, do
Is
it.
it a smaller band?
You were here yesterday, you saw me talking to him.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying if you can get it done, then get it done.
It's
Yeah,
same as
Linda?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next one is terms of reference for the advisory group. Again, membership, councillors, staff, centre users and public by show of interest. Again, duration 12 months. Convening may be convened by the clerk or majority of the members as required. The remit to discuss the governance of the trust and make suggestions to the trust. To the trust, not the council. Okay?
So can I put that, if you're interested in joining the events or the advisory, get in touch with anyone on earth and we can inform you. Is that alright, Andrew?
We'll advertise it as well.
Yeah.
Advertise it.
Next one?
Any questions on that?
No.
This will, I said, the next item could be consequential to this. To discuss storage at the Old People Centre. Now, again, this has been going on for months and absolutely months. My garage is chock-a-block. Right? It doesn't sound a lot to you, but you've got to understand I'm disabled, right? I take my scooter into my garage, I get out, I'm tripping up over bloody soldiers and things like that, and Christmas decorations. You get a roll of tinsel wrapped around my leg, I'm all full of screaming donuts to pick me up. We need space up here, definitely.
Harriet started as a cupboard. She started a cupboard and she's looking at storage. The governing rules do state that nothing should be stored in this centre.
Right.
Nothing. So is that an arrangement between Emsworth Town Council and users to leave the stuff here? Because governing the charity saying nothing should be stored here.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah.
So, Ian?
I was just going to say, we did discuss it,
Yeah.
what, 6 months?
Yeah.
9 months ago, regarding sectioning that off
That's right,
from about the archway there,
yeah.
but leaving the fire exit
Yeah.
clear, so it could store stuff in there where the pool tables.
Yeah.
I don't know where that went.
I don't know where it went, because even if you section that off, you'll then have to have a fire risk assessment because it's stopping the flow to that door. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it needs more than just banging up a false wall. Even if you put the wall where that is there,
Yeah.
somebody here is having their room changed
Can I
from the
just
fire
bring you-
exit. So it just
The
needs
false
assessing.
wall was actually refused, and we're going to actually put a curtain on. Is that right, Andrew? Worked out cheaper.
We looked at both.
We looked at both
Right.
options.
Both options.
I couldn't remember what the decision was on that.
We didn't make a decision
No.
because we had to get, you said you were going to look at fire gates coming in there. Yeah.
No, I
But
appreciate
it
what
does
you're saying.
state that there should be no storage here. Who's paying if Do they have their own insurance when they're storing things? Or is it Emsworth Town Council's insurance?
It's going to get brought up on one other thing.
Yeah.
So I actually brought that up, didn't I?
I think our groups have their own insurance card.
This came up, if I can share, this came up at the last trustee meeting.
Yeah.
The council's insurance, council are insured for contents of the building. Yeah, I believe users do have their own insurance.
Can you check with the charity on that, Andrew?
Certainly,
about leaving stuff in? Yeah. I think we've been a trustee centre, and it's not just Kingsley and Fitzwilliam councillors, it's Emsworth councillors as well. We all do stuff in community. We've all got stuff, like Kev says, his garage is full, my house is full, my garage is full, and it's storing it, so it should be priority to the centre to have these stuff here, because I'm not going to be here all time, none of us are, we don't know when we're going to leave, do we? No. So it's having that stuff up at this centre, so D-Day, it's, Derek, I'm not coming up. Keys here, Footlocker, can you go in and put the stuff out? It's all up there. It's making sure the stuff is there, what belongs to the centre and not in people's houses. Yeah. There's a lot against that, isn't there?
As you just said, if you're not allowed to start it, then where are we going to put it?
It's the trustees centre, so the trustees stuff should be stored here.
I know it's 2 storage centres, 2 storage places out back. Derek, you have one, don't you, Derek?
I've got very little stuff in there. It's mostly the other groups that got there. Their stuff in, but they are used and they are full.
Yeah, you have one. Yeah. I don't know who uses the other one.
We have that other one, toddler room.
You have that for toddler room.
Can I suggest, Chair?
There's more rooms, but we all seem to be used.
Yeah. Okay, one meeting please, guys.
So toddler groups are using both?
No, just first one.
And you and MHA using second one?
And there's toys in there as well.
Is it one or is it 2?
There's two. There's two. One that I don't know what's in there, but the one that we use is shared with MHA, and there's a lot of toys in there as well.
So who do them toys belong to? Can we find out all them toys belong to Andrew?
Find out, yeah. Can I suggest, Chair, I research
so
the
regulations. So why have you got one full one and then half the toys?
We're asking most hours about here, so we put them in there. So let's all put it here, but we have donations here and toys. We have got a lot of toys, so sometimes we have to put some in that other one. But we share in that other one with HFA.
I recommend, Chair, that I research the regulations, specifically the advisory
but we've got,
and report back to the council.
One meeting, guys.
Hello, can we have some order, please?
And I've got a green
Hello?
We've got a solution, sorry Claire, let's say that again. Meeting please, one meeting please. One, Claire.
Yeah, can I suggest, Chair, that I research the regulations?
Yeah.
Discuss this obviously with the advisory group, who will collectively make a
Can I just get
recommendation
this advisory group passed then? Because you're going to sit down with something what's on a proposal at the moment.
It was passed in the last
not the advisory group?
The advisory group passed in the last item.
Yes,
Derek.
Yes, Chair. Can I just make, I don't know if there's any mileage in this, because there will be other implications, but what about putting a storage shed or something there in that area there? I know there'll be security issues about that, but if there's a storage shed there, there's things on either side, the gates on either side that lock.
Yeah.
Is there any mileage in that?
Well, there could be, but I've got plans for that. I'll come up with that later.
Irene's got plans and she's going to fetch it to council, so...
Also, Chair, it depends on what you just mentioned about the regulations.
Yeah.
So, am I right in assuming that the deputy clerk was looking into another storage unit?
Yeah.
I think
that's the message we got anyway.
You've got your youth club that's going to be coming in twice a week, and they're carting a hell of a lot of big stuff about from Emsworth to fix it. Yeah.
I mean, it would be possibly.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've got a lot of big equipment as well, so
I think
we're
it's
going to be
also
storing it
it's
in the crate.
we're getting discussions here before we come to legislation, so we need to get the legislation first.
Okay, so the advisory group, yeah, that's up and running. Item 8, to review the user agreement. Now, the user agreement, this is where we could say, bring in storage, you know. I don't know if there is an agreement, I certainly haven't seen one.
Chair, thank you, mate. Yeah, there is one, Chair, but I believe it's slightly out of date now.
Right.
It's quite quite an old one. Again, I recommend referring this to the advisory group to look at it, to review and bring back to.
There's one thing that bothers me, it's the chairs what they're sat on over there. Somebody accused us of, well, they accused us and said they've gone walkabouts, right? And I said, okay, fair enough, so there've been some chairs and settees pinched. Every photo we've had since January has only shown them in. Right, so how many, where they've been pinched, we don't know. And my point was, we've never had an inventory done in here, have we, Andrew? And I wanted an inventory to find out, you know, what we've got here.
To go in, Chair, we're in the process of doing that.
I do believe there has been an inventory done on here by last clerk. The clerk before the last clerk. Yeah.
So it's happening in the night.
Yeah, it was done. You were part in it, weren't you, Linda? The where they did come in and did a stock check of what belonged to
You weren't
where.
involved in it. You weren't involved in it.
I don't know.
That's not in this trust lifetime, though, is it?
Yeah, I
No.
there's no paperwork. There's no.
He left last year. We didn't get signed in by January.
It's been done prior to us coming in.
It's
Before.
It's not been done since January.
It's not been done by us, no, but it's been done prior to us.
Right. It's very insurance to know. How do we know they're not a fire hazard?
Because it's got
Chair,
safety.
we have a health and safety inspection.
Right. And have we had one then?
Yes,
I've been actually requested it and I haven't got it yet, so we definitely had one.
definitely had one.
Fire coming every year, they've got to.
Right.
It's
Is that put up then, is it? Displayed, have you got it displayed? It's about to display, haven't you? When was it?
It was about June time, I think, June or July time.
they've done it with MHO and MHO, but I don't know.
Fire brigade come in and check it.
It's got to be checked every year. They do fire alarms and everything, don't
Yeah.
they? They do it out of town council as well.
So then,
Town
the user
clerk.
agreement then, that can again go back to the advisory group, yeah? To liaise them with Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay? Item 9, to discuss public relations. Again, this is a contentious one. I'm not going to mention the last one. You all know what's going off. It's been absolutely shocking. Really adverse publicity for this place. When we're trying to get the place used more often and more open for the people it was built for, we're just getting knocked back. One incident last year, absolutely pathetic. And it needs addressing. Again, Council Whitehead and Michelle said this is a beautiful building, get it used, right? So we asked the standing clerk, deputy clerk, not mentioning no names, Harriet, if she could circulate to all user groups that this meeting was going off. By the time she sent that email, if it got round Fitzwilliam, we were looking to charge every user group, we were going to cancel everything and charge the user groups. Not only that, I was turning this place into an effing cafe. Now that's insulted my intelligence, because one had just opened up down the road in the sell food over there, and they were at a time where we were pushing us going out at water park. Again, bad publicity. And not only that, but there were two, I'm not going to mention the names, but two councillors who came down, it was only for user groups, and they said they were part of a group, and they haven't been to help that user group since. So, you know, they basically just come down to cause trouble, and they did cause trouble. So, I think again, this could go to advisory group. We need, there's no deterrent for them, they drink and say what they want, even though they're lies. We haven't got an abuse policy, have we, for users, Andrew?
I think we could reasonably use Hendworth Town Council's abuse policy, Chair, for behaviour in the Fitzwilliam Centre.
I think the charity adopted a lot of end of town council's policies and stuff, so yeah. There is.
Well, I've got concerns about that because what was on up there, they get away with murder, so the abuse policy is not working up there.
It's different.
It is
so
different.
it is different.
What goes up there is nothing to do with here.
Yeah. You
This
come
centre
here.
is going to be run
You
on
don't,
its own.
yeah, you don't come here as
Nothing
a
to do
councillor.
with Endworth.
You're here as a trustee, not a councillor.
Again, I think that's something advisory group can look at.
No, they can't. It's to trustees that.
Trustees will be part of advisory. Yeah, sorry, Derek.
It's all right, Chair. You're always going to have problems with social media.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you're going to get it.
Let's
So
have it.
you'll just have to live with it, I'm afraid.
I must agree with you there, Derek.
That's just how it is.
I think what we're trying to thing is that the abuse that is coming from the users of the centre, which is bringing the centre into disrepute.
Definitely, yeah.
So that could be put on your TORs for your users. That goes to the advisory TOR, so they could put that in, they could tie that into the users' TORs.
You know, just posting with impunity, aren't they? Things that's false.
I think that happens on social media anyway.
Yeah.
It happens about, let's face it, HTC. It happens about our finances at HTC. We get slated something shocking on there.
Difference being HTC is a business and this is a charity.
Not a business.
It's this is a charity.
Either way,
So-
it's still.
And the people who are HTC are doing it charitably.
Yeah.
The volunteers.
Yeah.
None of us are getting paid for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this belongs to a charity. It's charity run into it. It's bringing that charity into disrepute.
Well,
I'd rather have nobody being brought into disrepute.
Yeah,
Ends of town
I'd
and here,
accept
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It needs it needs a policy setting. Well, put it in the
Yeah,
TORs.
yeah, a policy would be that the
Yeah.
advisory group would be the perfect.
Yeah.
Advisory group have a lot of work to do, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right. Item 10, date of next meeting. Now, I don't believe that'll be AGM.
Maybe AGM in January.
It'll be January, yeah.
No
Can we
date,
say-
no date as of yet.
It shows it back end.
I think, because all trustees account, I think the thing to do is look at the HCC calendar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fitting around it.
Keep down that one, yeah.
Can you sort some dates out for the events and the advisory to
See that
meet?
new bit
It's not on the agenda, but any other business?
Linda.
Linda.
Sorry, Linda, I can't hear you. We need a microphone down there.
She's saying that the last meeting, the date was agreed for the AGM, so it will be in minutes, but they're not here, so Andrew will check that and get back to us.
I think we can.
meeting to
Can I just ask Chair the groups who already use this centre, like NHA and everybody, that they will keep their storage?
For now.
Andrew's going to look at up rules and regulations to do it with storage and that.
Yeah, we're not going to say, right, you'll come down next week and get this out or you're out, you'll be
No,
chucking
I
out.
didn't say that,
No.
but you know, I just
Obviously for
wondered,
now.
because I know that I said to you the other day, I've been out of my own training room and had to use another room, and my storage for all my resources, our house is full into. So maybe it does need storage down here for everybody.
Yeah. My main thing is, if I were to leave town council, all that property's in my house, what belongs to Emsworth Town Council. It doesn't belong to me, I'm storing it, it belongs to Emsworth. Yeah, it should be up here. Like, yeah.
We want it here for trustees.
Yes, Derek.
Sorry, Dave.
For information, really, it's for users. We've got in the centre now, like, over the archway there, we've got a book now that is for defects and any issues with the building. So basically, if anybody sees anything in the building that needs replacing, repairing, etc., if they put it in the book there, it's dead simple, just fill out the columns, it gives you the phone number for Emsworth Town Council, and basically it it's a way of making sure that anything that is wrong gets reported, and then we can see where we are, what's happening.
Yeah, good idea.
So it's been used,
yeah. I did speak to Harriet today, because I've seen your reports in and you put that you've found Liam. So we did our check yesterday and put time on that, and I saw that on Liam today. And I said, Derek set a book up for repairs and all that, so Liam, if you come, I know Harriet comes down once a week.
Yeah.
So if they come down and they look at the book and say, yeah, we've got you know, and which is done today, he's come down and he said, yeah, I've done this, but I haven't done this. So he will be coming down weekly and checking it.
Can I just say to you, the women's handwriting has been reported now, I've been reporting every month for the last 6 months, and it's still not sorted. The last I heard, there was going to be an hand-towel thing put in.
There is, yeah, there is. I'm going to be honest, Jay, I can't remember what's happening on that, but it has been mentioned to me. I know something has been.
It's in the book.
Yeah, it needs to be. It's
in the book. It's put in the book. So
it's reported 6 times.
Yeah.
It needs doing.
Put in that book, it needs to get done.
Right, just before you go, just on the other, I know Derek mentioned that land out there. I just want to say one thing about that. Obviously, you all know me, I'm born and bred in Fitzwilliam. I know all the old miners, I know when this was built. My dad used to send me up as a kid. Go up there and say, the old miners need open shop. In Moulton, I know, now we're losing the city allotments very shortly. Now, all the miners always had, everyone had an allotment up there. And I met them quite regular, right? They were brilliant. Now, most of them poor buggers, they've all got bad backs from working down pit. Some of them got emphysema and everything. And they've had to give the allotments up, you know, there's no way for them to go now. So what I had planned for out there, what I wanted was a raised bed, probably this side. And we hire that bed out for the retired miners to come in and do their own little gardening sort of thing. Again, it's a sort of income, but it's going back to use for what it was for miners and the families and the old age people. And I'm sure it will go. You know, we just write as your space, put your own compost in, whatever, grow what you want, but we have an agreement that you make at least one flower display for lamppost in Fitzwilliam. You know, so we just hire them out, they pay for a year or whatever. But again, you know, it's a sense of going back for what it was for the miners and for the old people. Again, that'll have to go to advisory committee or in an events panel.
We'll have to have a fight of that.
Yeah. The other thing was, which I absolutely hated, somebody said, no, flatten it, tarmac it, and we'll have it as a car park. But you'd have to come in one way, we have to be one way, you'd have to open this back up and come that way. And then probably an entrance out, it's going to be a bottleneck here.
Cost a fortune, mate.
And cost a fortune, yeah.
It was the tarmac, yeah.
Hey?
You know, like, sits down. We've done some sun triangles in his garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not going to start it.
Well, that was
Yeah, that's me, guys, thank you. We'll let you know about AGM.